We're talking real estate this morning with Matt Carolan, who's the managing director of JLL. Now, you may not know who JLL is, so you're going to tell us because it is a big firm.
Sure. JLL is one of the largest commercial real estate companies in the world. Full service company. We help a number of investors, providers, users of real estate headquartered here in Chicago, over 42,000 employees.
So you're, let's say, have your thumb on the heartbeat of what's going on in real estate.
Yes.
With that in mind, what is going on in real estate? I mean, I see so many firms, we've had a number of announcements here in Chicago, big multinational firms moving their headquarters to downtown Chicago. That's a huge new trend.
Absolutely. When it's all said and done, it's a competition for talent. Where those large companies need to relocate to are places where they can get access to talent. Chicago, obviously one of the major cities headquartered here in the middle of our country, is home to a number of great corporations. However, those corporations are having significant challenges getting that talent in the suburbs. So companies such as McDonald's, BP, Duracell, Conagra, they're all moving their headquarters to downtown Chicago because they're having a tremendous challenge with getting the right talent. Companies like Google, LinkedIn, Yelp, companies that are tech companies that perhaps didn't even have a presence here in Chicago before in the past, are competition for that talent, the new and unique talent that secure the millennials and those that are focused on the tech sector.
Well, speaking of tech, I mean, we had a firm that was traditionally always here in Chicago, Motorola, moving their whole business involving cell phones. And of course, that's had a little bit of a turnover and ownership, and now it's by Lenovo of China. But the fact is they moved downtown, and like you said, to bring in fresh talent that's looking at what we can do on devices and so on. Younger people don't want to live out in the suburbs with mom and dad and the station wagon and so on.
That's right. Well, it goes beyond those companies, the traditional companies. Even when you look at McDonald's moved their headquarters to downtown Chicago because if they want to get the right marketing talent, those that are, for example, savvy in social media, or you look at the Conagras of the world, or even BP, when they moved downtown, they couldn't get that right technology talent to go from downtown Chicago in their commute to the suburbs. So when it's all said and done, where transportation terminates and where transportation starts is where people need to relocate their headquarters.
And this isn't just a Chicago phenomenon. I mean, I've been in St. Louis recently. I see the same thing, and many other sort of traditional downtown areas are seeing this resurgence.
That's correct, yeah. When you look at all the major cities around the country, and even some of those cities like St. Louis, that we consider to be very nice cities, but we
sleepy.
Yeah, exactly. We qualify them as second-tier cities, and usually it's because of the population that they have there. But when it's all said and done, every major city is starting to see a confluence of number of companies relocate to those cities, and once again, it's because that's where they need to attract the millennials. They need to attract those that are savvy with tech experience, and then they also need the confluence of transportation as well.
And then just wrapping it up, you mentioned tech. Is there a unique aspect to the technology that's being applied in real estate these days?
Yeah, look no further than cloud computing. Cloud computing has had a huge impact on how companies operate their businesses. So no longer do people need to have very large data centers within their office space. For example, here in Chicago, Microsoft had leased over 50 megawatts in the suburbs for data center space, which essentially is going to be supporting their cloud computing offering. And that would be the equivalent of leasing 8 Willis Towers in downtown Chicago. That's how quickly we're seeing growth in cloud computing, which provides tremendous flexibility for companies on where they're located and then perhaps where their employees can be located as well.
This is fascinating stuff, and I know we'll talk more about this soon because we're going to definitely have you back. Matt, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, appreciate it.